Good evening and happy Sunday. Welcome to Insider News. In today's edition, we will present to you activities marking the 5th anniversary and Congress of an Igbo socio-cultural group, the Aligbo Development Foundation, hosted by an Umuchu industrialist, Mr. Godwin Ezemo. Please join us for details after the hard news. I am Chinyere Ikioreke. The Anambra State government is to partner with the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management, CIPM, to train the administrative staff of government. The state head of service, Barrister Harry Udo, during a courtesy call by delegation from the Anambra State chapter of the institute in his office at Chief Jerome Udoji Secretariat Complex, Oka. We have details.
The importance of continuous training of staff within the civil service as the most effective way of ensuring quality service delivery and proficiency within the service structure. He charged the group to remain consistent in its policies and activities to achieve their state goals, and assured them of his willingness to always support whatever will lead to the development of personnel and service delivery within the state civil service, urging them to ensure that the cost of training and membership remain very minimal so that the government staff can benefit. Earlier, the chairman of the institute, Mr. Michael Moore, said the visit was to familiarize with the civil service of the state so as to seek ways to bring on board administrative staff as members of the group. Mr. Moore enumerated the benefits of being a member of the professional while calling on every eligible person to avail themselves the opportunity to receive this professional training. In her remarks, the head of Establishment Department, Office of the Head of Service, Mrs. Pamela Ikenna, thanked the delegation for extending hand of collaboration to the state civil service.
The acting Chief Judge of Anambra State, Justice Ijem Onwamegbu, will tomorrow commence jail delivery exercise. A release signed by the Chief Registrar, Special Duties, A.C. Peters, for the Chief Registrar, said that the jail delivery is an exercise of the power vested in her. According to the release, the jail delivery exercise will commence with Onitsha prisons tomorrow, 15th July, while Nnewi will be on Tuesday, 16th July, and Agwat on Thursday, 18th July, as Oka is billed for Friday, 19th July 2019. The release invites legal practitioners and the public to the events, which will take place at 10 o'clock in the morning of each day. The new Anambra State Commissioner for Police, Mr. John Abang, has vowed to reduce all kinds of crime to barest minimum. CP Abang stated this during his operational assessment tour to Nkwo Junction in Demili North Local Government Area, MCC Junction, Opiweka, Owerri Road, Aba Park, and Obuduku Road, Oboko, all in Onitsha and Ogbaru Council areas. Correspondent Chibuzo Ubidike reports.
Was aimed at on-the-spot assessment of the flashpoints where crimes like one-chance robbery, handbag snatching, cultism, among others, are carried out in order to curtail them through effective deployment and visibility patrols that will guarantee the safety of the citizenry. Mr. Abang noted that his mission was to make Anambra the safest place for people to do business, restore the pride of police, and bequeath to the people a friendly police. CP Abang restated his readiness to work round the clock with other security agencies to get rid of all black areas and restore confidence in all parts of the state. According to him, to achieve an improved intelligence gathering, the citizenry should assist with credible information that will reduce some of the crimes in the areas.
My mission here this morning, as you can see, we've been going around on each and all the flash points. It's Upper Iweka, where I'm told a lot of one-chance robbery happens here. And it is my resolve that during my tenure here, I want to put a stop to it.
From Onitsha, Chibuzo Bidike, ABS News.
Residents of the state have been urged to key into Governor Willie Obiano's revolution in the internally generated revenue platform. Speaking to journalists in Oka, the chairman of Willie Obiano Support Group, Chief Jude Emecheta said this would enable the government generate the necessary revenue to sustain overall development of the states. Paul Ezioke has details.
Noted that wide revenue net would encourage the people to discharge their civic responsibilities and contribute towards repositioning the state as sustaining temper of development. He explained that prompt payment of taxes, levies, and dues would enable the state maintain strong financial base that would effectively complement the state's share of federal allocation, and expressed satisfaction that the state government has taken necessary measures to discourage diversion of government revenue in any form. Chief Emecheta urged members of the State House of Assembly to enact quality laws and carry out effective oversight functions while avoiding any act that would bring confrontation and conflict with other arms of government. He stressed the need for members of ABGA to uphold unity and spirit of brotherhood to consolidate on successes recorded so far as the third largest party in the country, and cautioned against inflammatory statements and mudslinging on social media.
People should please cooperate with the Anambra State government, pay their taxes, pay their levies and their dues, because the enormity of job that is going on in Anambra State here, the governor needs money to execute them. The governor needs money to execute them, and that means we can't rely on the federal government patrimony to stay in Anambra State. We need to contribute to what happens in our state so that we can have good roads, good hospitals, and other things, other infrastructure in the states.
Also speaking, a community leader, Chief Jeff Obiezwe, urged Ndibo to embrace ABGA as a political platform that would enable them achieve their socio-political agenda. Chief Obiezwe asked members of the national and state assemblies to strive towards quality representation to justify the confidence reposed in them. In Oka, Paul Ezoke, ABS News.
Sports have been identified as an integral part of school extracurricular activities for the physical well-being of the children. This came to bear as the pupils of Nation Builder School Oboko recently held its maiden annual inter-house sport activity at Rojeni International Stadium, Oba, Idemili South Council area. Correspondent Emegini Osadebe was there for ABS and filed in this report.
The event, which featured a series of sporting activities such as filling the basket and bottle, egg and sack races, 100, 200 and 400 meters race by boys and girls, also featured march past by various houses and their teachers. In his opening remarks, the chairman on the occasion, Reverend Paul Chinwe, commended the school management for organizing the event, underscoring the importance of sports to the development of the children's physical health, while applauding the vision and mission of the school towards training great nation builders of tomorrow.
I can see that the children that have tried more than my own expectation when I was coming. Even when I was invited, I didn't expect all this. But today I'm more than excited what I see here.
In her welcome address, the headmistress of the school, Lady Faith Chukwujeku, who went down the memory lane of how the school began in September 2015 with only 10 pupils in Okpoko, expressed joy and gratitude to God for the numerical strength and academic excellence of the school, both in internal and external examinations, saying that in-house sports is needed for improved brilliance and academic excellence.
You need determination. When times are tough and life's race needs to be completed, whether you are feeling out of breath or not.
Speaking to the ABS in an interview, the General Deaconess of Christ Holy Church International and proprietress of the school, Deaconess Ngozi Oko, said the school management deemed it necessary to give the children an insight of what inter-house sports is all about, and also educate them on the importance of exercise to the development of body and soul. Deaconess Oko advised children to sustain the tempo by exercising their body regularly for healthy growth.
We have primary 6, and we said, how can we leave them go without having this occasion, because they need to experience it and tell the story when they leave the school. So we started preparing for the inter-house sports so that the children can at least have an idea of what inter-house sports is, and knowing fully well that exercise is very important.
Some of the parents at the event, Mrs. Anne Apuiwu and Mr. Ugochukwofo, said they are overwhelmed by the children's performances and commended the school management for organizing the event.
I thought this thing is being done by all these secondary schools. I didn't know that even primary can do it. In fact, I was surprised. They are doing very well.
It seems they have been trained before today. Yes, because my child, when she was taking the march pass, she was very tremendous.
On his part, the Vicar Christ Holy Church International, Onitsha, Fege District, Venerable Christopher Mo, said the children were trained in the fear of God and will be useful to the society, and advised parents to train their children well by giving them valuable advice that will lead them through their lifetime for a better society. The inter-house sports competition, which attracted pupils of Nation Builder School, Aba, Enugu, Asaba, and Ndoni, among others, came to an end with Yellow House clinching the first position, while Red and Blue Houses came second and third, respectively. Dance by the Okati group of the school added color to the event. In Oba, Emengino Sarebe, ABS News.
House, Blue House.
Yes.
We are done with the hard news, and for the insider news, the need for Ndi Igbo to bring home their wealth for development of Igbo nation has been re-emphasized. The call was made by an Igbo socio-cultural group known as Ali Igbo Development Foundation, ADF, during its 5th anniversary and Congress held at Umuchu, Agwata local government area. Correspondent Ngozi Ubileri covered the two-day event and now reports.
Miles, they say, begins with a step. Bearing this in mind, the Ali Igbo Development Foundation, an Igbo socio-cultural group, has taken a step to foster development of the Southeast region. Being the 5th annual anniversary and Congress, the group decided to put a call across to all Igbo sons and daughters through their Akuleuno call to bring home their wealth for the development of the region. This they hope to achieve by visiting and holding seminars in every part of the world where Ndi Igbo are residing. Their choice of Umuchu as the venue for the event was to stand on the point of view of the fact that an indigene of the community, Mr. Godwin Ezemo, is an individual who has fulfilled their Akuleuno call by investing hugely in the community. Addressing the gathering, who are members drawn from all the southeastern states, both at home and in the diaspora, the president of ADF, Professor Uzodim Manwala, after calling for 1 minute silence in honor of the late BOT chairman of the group, late Chief Dozie Ikedife, traced the activities of the group since inception.
My registration in Masaran, Nepali, to and the Hakwani, the Nelson. Calculation I will get that 400% of Igbo business are outside Igbo. Igbo one, 400 outside Igbo. Already, those are the church. In a while, the roads can have one Igbo Development Foundation. All okay. The Capon do well. I never know what you're going to do.
they made the businesses are cutting off. All the seaports now closed down. All the airports, the number one can be going everywhere. And then you open up the here. All major roads. I remember.
The Board of Trustees chairman of the group has this to say.
Development Foundation. Achọkwa na ebe aghọta na ọ bụ akpa Chineke nọ. Ndị isi nọ mbọsị abalị aba wee bupụta ka ụwa niile mara maka ya. Mana anyị nọ n'ide wee na-afọ aka Chineke na ọ bụzi ebe ndị ife Igbo na-anụ ọkụ n'obi site na ndị ọkachamara n'aba na-agụ na mahadum na ndị ọzọ nọgasị n'ụzọ dị iche iche n'ibe gbasara anị ndị nnukwu ndị mma ife nyere n'oge n'ụwa niile nọ ya. Anyị etipụrụgo ụmụaka na-etolite n'ọbụrụ ya, ụmụ nwanyị nọ ya. Ana m asị unu daalụnụ. Ọ dị mma na unu bịara ka unu nọ, maka na ife unu ga-anụ taata bụ anyị Igbo nyaa tata.
The keynote speech was delivered by none other than a Professor Emeritus Chief John Ume, who spoke on Ndibo, their tradition and the way forward.
Assignment to civilize the ancient world and take the ancient world into four. Why four? But you can't show what they know. Don't look for the reason as you look at it. Ije so they divided the globe of the world to Geliobi and under one strategy which he would start and introduce into the world.
The host and the chairman, Orient Group, publishers of Orient Daily Newspaper, Magazine, Orient Farms, among others, Mr. Ezemo, called for selfless from all, especially those in leadership positions.
So and the buyer. And the source of your guys was in a hybrid the buyer. Those way, may I let you child, which all nice about. You know, those way about many other cabin money. You wait to buy a shot about. When all I got him in with, when I buy Naga, I got him in with, I got a museum. na ya ga-ebute n'okwu ọnụ sọ option fọrọ na ahụ ka edozile biometrics onye tabiri onye nwanne ya.
Other dignitaries engaged in general discussion at the event.
Mana ihe m mụtara na ya ahụ na ihe ahụ na-atọ anyị ime m mụtara mmega na theory na-achọ ime practical na o nwere ndị nọ na-eme ya and n'ala Igbo ihe Chief Ezimo na-eme ebe a na ihe Prọfesọ Nwala na-agụ ka anyị na-eme ma Prọfesọ Anuchazi has been doing since 1989 m matara ya. Na aga enwe ike itinyekwu a lot of people ga-adị younger than you na ihe a na-eme amaka because nsogbu dị agwọrọ na akịrịka ndị ugwu chọrọ ịbịa take over n'obodo a asụkwuo ihe time enyere m dị very short.
Ibe a na-ekwu about ndị Igbo sometimes impatient onye asụ na-eme anyị amaala na Nigeria amarọkwụ kịta nwere onye na-amarọ mana eji m n'aka na ọ bụrụ na anyị nọkọ ọnụ anyị wee survive ha.
Ihe m ji na-ekwu nke ahụ na otu ọbụla mkpụrụ ị chọrọ ịkụ na ndị ịkọ ya n'ala Igbo ọ ga-efu bawanye ruo ụwa niile. Ihe a bịara taa na ngagharị a gara maka ndị na-eso ha ga ọ bụ ihe imepe anya na ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo site n'Omuchu. And what they have shown is a very good model and a very good example for the Igbo.
The group used the first day of the event to tour various Akulono projects cited by Mr. Ezemo, where they observed that steady electricity is needed for the Akulono call to succeed.
Mix together over there for the road. This is for the sachet water, pure water. Yes, when we get this, we go through the process and it will end up like this. How do you get this? We have
from Umuchu in Agwata local council area. I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS Insider News.
This is the end of the Insider News. Remember that you can follow news and program on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/ABS Radio Television online. Follow us on Twitter at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website www.absradiotelevision.com. That's the news. Thanks for joining us. I am Chinyere Ikioreke. Good night.